So you heard the president say that he thought it went really well. What grade would you give his speech and why?
A plus, and I'll tell you why I give it an A plus. For 8 years, we heard blame America first speech at the United Nations, which is what Barack Obama did every single time he had a chance. And now you heard a president say, no, it's an America first issue. That's who we are. All of you watch your countries. I'm going to watch out for my country. And he called out the very countries that need to be called out. Instead of standing in front of the United Nations and just offering pablum to them to make them feel better, he told them what they needed to hear from an American president, which was much different than what they heard for 8 too many long years.
Well, as you mentioned, the president did talk about some other countries, wasn't shy about it at all. He talked about North Korea during that speech. We expected that to be one of the focal points, and he gave this new nickname to its leader, Kim Jong-un.
The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
The president's remarks came after his defense secretary hinted that military options may be on the table for dealing with North Korea. James Mattis suggested such options exist and they may spare South Korea from a brutal counterattack. But he declined to specify what he meant by that and whether it involved the use of lethal force. Michael, the president tried to make a case today for what he termed principled realism, making a case that all countries should be concerned about North Korea. Do you think the president achieved that mission here, or do you think military options are looking more and more likely?
Well, he certainly tried to put it forward to the United Nations, but remember, there was only really one nation sitting in that meeting who agreed with the President of the United States, and that was Bibi Netanyahu of Israel. This is not a United Nations that's ever embraced the United States of America unless they want something out of our pocketbook. So I'm glad the president named names, called people out, and let people know exactly where we stand and what we're willing to do to protect the United States of America and our allies. And he did it in a very forcefully way, and I hope that, in fact, the rest of the United Nations finally caught on that this president means business, where our last president, well, he made America he made America the embarrassed nation of the United Nations.